Hi, my name is Chris Lamb and I'm a junior at Columbia University. At my old school, Georgetown University, I was the vice president of our VSA. Here, I'm the external rep of our VSA. At Georgetown, I was also the coordinator of the DC Schools Project Adult ESL program. I also graduated with Latin honors, but I'm waiting to receive my degree once I'm done here at Columbia. But the project I've been most proud of has been Align, the Alliance for the Low Income and First Generation Narrative. I started this project last summer with 3 other students at Georgetown, and it quickly grew into a conference slated for the fall at Georgetown, bringing together students, faculty, and staff from all along the East Coast to talk about struggles that first-gen low-income students face and that administrators face who are trying to support their students, and how to better mesh student-led and institutionally embedded initiatives. It's got a lot of excitement, and everyone from Pennsylvania to Florida to Texas is super excited about attending this conference. Some of them are struggling to find the means to get to the conference, but the excitement is there, and I think that's what's most important. Something that I've been thinking about a lot recently is what it means to be a first generation low income student and an Asian American. That first label is something that people in that group don't really talk about in the first place. Adding the fact that I'm an Asian American sort of complicates that story in a natural way. So there was an event called Roots a couple weeks ago at Columbia, and I spoke at it, and I spoke about what it means to be, well, a lot of things. A first gen, a low income student, Asian American, a Vietnamese American, a child of refugees. And everybody's story is unbelievably complicated, but I thought it was worth telling anyway. I thought that it's pretty fascinating that in the thousands of years of people after me in my family tree, they'll have advantages that I can only dream of. Someone to talk to about what college is like, or even how to get in, or even why they should bother going, or even why they should stay. Questions I've asked myself. That there are career choices that exist, but we don't know about them because we've never been exposed to that world. And that it's okay to go to office hours and ask for help. And that it's important to meet new people, and this is how you interact with them. In particular, this is why I am so interested in what it means and what it is like to be a first-generation low-income student. I think about how my kids, or subsequent generations, will likely never understand what struggle is, at least in the same way that I do. They'll be the first generation in my family who've never had to rely on welfare, grow up in a violent neighborhood, come into college very unprepared, and consider dropping out. Know what it's like to forego internships because they're unpaid, and work extra hours so they can afford textbooks and groceries and plane rides home. But I wouldn't be too upset if they didn't even try to understand that, because if I step out of my own shoes for a moment into my parents', I see that it is they who are the inflection point of our family timeline, not me. It was they who put the rest of posterity in a position to succeed, the posterity in my family at least, by taking a chance and escaping Vietnam. It was they who worked hard to keep jobs they've had for over 2 decades, and it was they who raised my sister and I to value education and try to be good people. 10,000 generations from now, I want my great to the power of 120 grandkids to recognize that the biggest thing to ever happen to the Lamb family was my parents. I think therein lies the crux of what it means to be Asian American and first gen, an immigrant and first gen, a first generation American and college student.